Hey guys, this is just a really quick overview of suggestions for our Future Olympians group as you make your referrals and invitations for your team to support you. It's a new area, I'm sure, reaching out like this. So here's some suggestions. You might want to just make some quick dash notes on this. Number one, set up a separate conversation time. In other words, if you're reaching out to a friend of your family's or one of the adults that is someone that you know supports you, ask them when they have a couple of minutes that you can just set aside and talk to them. Don't try to do it while you're on the run, but set up a separate time. And if you're doing this with one of the people that you train with, don't do it right there in the dojo. Say, look, when we finish, when you get home after you've showered, when you get a little rest, when have you got, 5 minutes that I can talk to you? So make sure you set it aside. That's number one. Number two, when we first start talking to someone, compliment them. Tell them how much their support means to you. Either the family member that wants the best for you, that they've been supportive of you, or one of the people that you train with, and how you really appreciate being able to work with them, that there's someone that's special to you, that it's the reason that you're selecting them to reach out to. Be genuine, don't make it up, but compliment them. Number three, briefly mention your involvement with this project, the Future Olympians project, and that it's coordinated with Coach Colton, and that he was able to extend an invitation to two of his students to the project, and that you've been honored by being one of the students, so that they don't think, well, maybe I can get in on this. That's a whole nother conversation. Number four, if it's an adult supporter, immediately tell them that you're not trying to get them involved in doing something, that the reason for talking to you is that you just want their support. So in other words, you're not trying to get them involved in selling or being a distributor or something like that. You just want them to be a support. And then number five is that you want to tell them your story. And your story would be, before you were using the products, these are the results you had. After you use the products, and this is why you're really looking forward to getting back on them, how they've made a difference in your training, how you want to be able to keep sustaining that support that is being offered by the corporation. And in order to do that, then you just want to have some other people be your referrals, that helps you assure that you can continue to get your products. And then tell them, after you tell their story, then ask for their support and say, here's some different ways that you can support me. One of them is you can be a customer. You can just try some of the products. They are all the best of nature, grounded in the best of science. You want them to understand that. And just think about it like if you were opening your own restaurant or boutique or other kind of a business, you would be willing to go to people that support you and say, hey, please just come and try it out. And then obviously, if you like what you see, then continue using and be willing to refer it. Then the next thing would be to ask them if in that process, would they be willing to look at a couple of the materials that you've set aside so they'll know more of the story. And then your objective is to set them up to have a conversation with one of us. Tell them it'll just be very brief, but you want to have us be able to support you in answering their questions, helping to guide them in what area of the products that they would most like to be able to use. And we'll give you some brochures and things like that you can offer. But the main thing is that your objective is to get their support and then invite them to talk to one of us. And then say to them, look, in addition, the other thing you could do is, if as you do this, if you can think of anyone else that could benefit by what it is that will support us, would you be willing to introduce them to us? Because this is the way that you support me over the next, handful of years in the level of training that I'm doing, and to be able to maintain this support. And then the last thing you can say is, would you be willing to just encourage me? Just keep saying, hey, I hope you're doing well. You know how tough the schedule has been. You know how we're juggling all kinds of things in order to make this level of training possible. And so how grateful you are for their experience and for their support. So that's just a couple of simple ideas on what hopefully is helpful on how you can go ahead and invite them. We'll have some more things you can be offered, but that's just a quick one. Thanks.